Welcome to an all-new episode of Flag to Flag Media Live. Flag to Flag Media Live is your go-to source for racing content at all levels. Host Matt Lamar, along with co-hosts JT Huffman, Zach Stalker, Peyton Walker, and Owen Bowers, keep you up to date, flag to flag, on all the latest racing news and promote upcoming events at local, regional, and national levels. We hope you enjoy this episode. Thanks for watching.
Okay.
All right, we're live with episode 76, and we've got a new co-host. Put them on. You got to put them on. You got to put them on. Okay, well, this is Zach Stalker's new replacement on the show. Raylan, tell everybody hi. Tell everybody hi. Say hi, everybody. Say hi, everybody. Okay, well, this is.
She did it a while ago.
Say hi, everybody.
Cute as could be.
Yo.
Well, you going to be on the show? Are you Zach's replacement?
Oh, play.
Oh, you're going to go outside and play?
You have this.
Oh, okay. Well, she lasted like, what is it, 5 seconds into the show?
We got more out of her than we did Zach for an hour.
Well, tell Mom to come
Make
get
your
you.
appearance. Bye.
She did a lot better than Owen does.
Way better than Owen.
Way
She said
better
more
than Owen. Way better than Owen. Peace out.
She's awful cute to be Owens. Are you?
I know. That's way too cute. All right. So welcome everybody to episode 76. Yeah, that was fun. So Raylan come in like 5 minutes before the show and wanted to be on the show. And I thought, well, Zach's not here, so we might as well add a new co-host. And her dad's not here, so why not, right? We got a lot to talk about tonight. We got the Scott Patman Memorial coming up. We've got Brownstown results from last weekend to talk about. I'm going to talk a little bit about Red Hill. We went over there for episode 12 of the Racing Grind. Logan had some misfortune. We got Lucas Oil doubleheader this weekend, which Ponderosa has already canceled. So now it's just a single header. Is it really a single header if it's?
I've never heard anybody say that before. But
That sounds good though, don't it? Single header.
innovating. Where's it at?
I don't know. It doesn't sound
Florence.
very good.
Oh, they're at
They're
Florence.
Florence, Ralph Latham's tomorrow. Don't sound very
Yeah,
good.
single header doesn't sound right.
We got that, and then we got the Czech Amati 68 at Paragon, 68 lap
Did
sprint
you
car
say
race.
that right?
Is it Amati?
Oh, say it again.
Chuck Amati.
I don't know. I've never even heard of that.
Sounds
it's
good.
It's a Paragon 68 lap sprint car race. I think it's 3,500 to win. I think, but
Chudamagi 100. What'd you say? Chudamagi
Chuck
100.
Amati, AMATI,
The 100 though. Chudamagi 100.
68 laps.
Chudamagi 68.
Yeah. And then Circle City's got they're racing tomorrow night, weather pending. So what's going on, Ryan? What's going on, Chad? Can we please get some thumbs up or something? Make sure audio's working.
You know what that makes me think
Typically,
of?
we got more comments.
What?
But,
Zach singing Indian Outlaw when he's half lit.
Yeah.
yeah, I can only imagine.
Oh, his
Well,
baby's Chippewa wall.
Yeah. When the hat goes backwards, you know the
it's
karaoke's going
on,
to be good.
right? It's on. So Brownstown, Chad Stapleton picked up the win in the super late models. Tucker Chastain picked up the super stock win. Josh Turner was winner in the pure stocks again. Eric Lewis picked up the Crown Vic win, and Michael Brewer picked up the Hornet win.
Michael Brewer's really picking her up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know whether to believe Brentley or not.
I think he's messing with you.
Well, I think he's got hearing issues. I think he's actually got a hearing aid. Turn your hearing aid up, Brent. See if that works. So yeah, I think overall, I do know that both of you guys had better nights than you've had
Oh,
for
yeah,
the years,
yeah.
right?
Hands down, yeah.
You didn't get lapped this week, so
I didn't get lapped.
that's a positive.
I stayed on the same straightaway as the leaders.
Yeah, that's
So-
a positive,
I was tickled to death, and that was our first night out with the device,
right?
and we were kind of playing with it. And the heat race qualified third for the heat race, and was battling for second. Cole went out, and the car just shut off.
Right.
So that started us 13th in the feature and drove it up to 6th.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the
It's a
car.
good night.
Yeah, we ain't even got to play. So now we've tinkered with the device a little bit.
Right.
But yeah, I think we got a really good piece. I can't thank Zach enough and Dad enough, Chuck, for getting
Tuning
that thing.
in.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
this thing's, and Peyton's getting faster every time
Yeah.
it touches the racetrack.
Yeah.
Especially for what, a third time in the car, right?
Third time in the car. Yeah.
The worst thing about mine and Peyton's classes, it seems like they're always back to back. So one of
Right.
us don't get to watch. Of course, I
Yeah.
watch him through the week.
Right.
but
Yeah.
Usually he don't get to watch me, but this week they switched us, so I didn't get to watch him.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah,
we're,
anyway,
we're
good-
getting better.
Yeah.
We drew good and tried bottom feeding a little bit in the heat race, and it didn't work. And then started 18th in the feature and worked it way up to 12th. So I mean, we're starting to get it figured
Hey,
out.
if
I'm
you-
getting more comfortable in the car and just figuring it out. This is the whole thing
Right.
for me. We got the car, obviously. It's just me
Putting all the
figuring
pieces of the puzzle together.
Yeah.
What's going on, Logan? Thanks, Donna. Appreciate it. What's going on, Robbie? Barry was dead in my hearing. That's what I figured. That's exactly what I figured. Trent said Chuck was a character, had rhinestones on his driving suit, and raced some cowboy boots.
Is that the name you were trying to say?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Amati.
not at all. I thought you were making it one word. I thought it was like an
so,
Indian.
too.
I thought it was some kind of Indian thing. I didn't know it was a person.
Yeah, Chuck Amati.
So you're making it one word
68.
again. It's
Yeah.
Chuck Amati, not
Okay.
Chuck Amati.
Okay.
I thought he was saying like Chickamauga.
Yeah.
No.
It's like
Chuck.
a town in New Mexico or something.
That makes way more sense, Trent. Thanks for helping me there because I had no idea why they were naming a race
Read-
the Paragon after an Indian.
Read what Trent put on there. Read it.
Like a John Gill, it sounds like, with rhinestones.
No, I'm just saying, read it out loud.
Chuck Amati.
No, you did that on purpose. That's not how you would have read
Chuck
that.
Amati.
What?
Not Chuck Amati.
Chuck.
That sounds like somewhere
Amati.
Dale McDowell would hang out.
Hey, I hang out with Dale.
Uh,
Anyway, Chad said I should be back at the end of May. Who gave Zach the night off? So Zach has signed up for some kind of professional softball slow pitch league.
Women's.
Women.
Is,
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
it women's?
Took it right out of my
It's
mouth.
women's. So, yeah. He said there is a chance. I don't know. I doubt it probably happens, but there is a chance that he might show up tonight because he said his game was at 6.
I hope
But
not.
but I don't know. I highly doubt it. So
yeah, he's
but make sure if you're watching this, it says we got 23 viewers. Share this out. That way we can get people on here watching and we're gonna have a good night. So we got some races. We got some cool stuff coming up. We got the Scott Patman Memorial at Brownstown this coming weekend, which is the biggest super stock race at Brownstown
One of the biggest super stock races.
around. Period.
Definitely one of the biggest ones in the state.
Yes. There's only one repeat winner of that race.
Can I guess it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Matt Boatnick.
That's it.
You know,
Three times.
I've been in attendance with a car at every one. I've only missed one.
Like,
I've
didn't
only
transfer?
missed the feature one time.
I got you.
Yeah. And I came close to winning it a couple times. I've led it twice.
So Boatneck was 2015, 2016. Josh Devine was 2017. Jason Heyman was 2018. Jamie Wilson was 2019. It was COVID one in 2020. Matt Boatneck 21. Zach Sasser in 22, and Austin Perry in 23. So
It's a big deal
that's
to
the
win
history
that.
on it. So also that night they're running crates, Pier Stocks, Hornets, and Crown Vics.
What's racing tomorrow at Bloomington?
Bloomington
crates, 410s,
Hornets,
Crown
and
Vics.
Hornet and Crown Vics.
Crown Vics are there. I feel like there's another class.
The flag to flag media staff's planning on being in attendance at that.
Oh.
Most of us.
Weather permitting.
Are you
Yeah,
going?
I don't think they'll get it in, but
If possibly if they get it in.
Yeah.
But I don't want
Me
to
and
be a
Peyton are
Debbie
planning
Downer,
on being in
but
attendance if they have it.
Zach did look he had a good night at Florence.
Yeah, he did.
I'll give him that.
Mhm.
I was sitting there telling everybody, well, Zach should have came here because he
Yeah.
made the show. But
Yeah.
then he texted me or text Peyton and said he got fourth in his group. I was like, well, I guess I look like an idiot now.
Right. And then he had fuel issues in the feature, which sucks, but
They've been resolved though.
they have been
Yeah.
resolved. I just stopped by there the other night and they fired it up while I was there. So sounded good. So that's going on at Brownstown tomorrow night, or sorry, Saturday night. And then Circle City is also running tomorrow night with Kenyon Midgets, Still Block Sprints, Mods, Super Stocks, and Hornets. And then
They run, how many classes was that? 5?
5. And then Lucas Oil is, like I said, they're at Florence on Saturday. So there's a lot of racing. There's a lot of racing going on this weekend if the weather cooperates. And of course, you got horses racing in Kentucky too. So if you're into that,
That's this weekend. The
yep,
Derby is.
Derby's this weekend.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Run for the Roses at 6:57 p.m. on Saturday night.
That'll be rain or shine.
Rain or shine.
I thought that was always
Mud or-
earlier in the day.
They run different races throughout the day.
Man, I always felt like we had that on TV, and it felt like it took forever
Yep.
for
Yeah.
35
Because there's like-
seconds.
All right.
Because there's like 15,000,
Yeah.
you know. Levi said Terre Haute action track on Sunday. I didn't. Yeah. Thanks for that, Levi. Weather permitting, Jeff Wilson will be there in a super stock.
Oh, that's cool.
MMSA added to Thunder Valley date on their schedule in June.
Do you have updates on that? You're right in there with them. So.
I do have updates on that. I can't release them quite yet. I will say this though, that when I talked to Ryan today, if anybody has any track equipment sitting around, i.e. tractors, anything like that, please reach out to him and let him know, because he is in the market for some equipment.
Don't
He's
you
got
sell it? You selling your tractor? Selling that? I mean, he ain't gonna be able to do
tried.
much with it.
I
But
know. I
you gotta
tried.
do something.
He'll
I
be-
tried.
He
2
mow the
weeks trying to
grass
get
out there.
ready.
But
I told him just ride around on it.
yeah,
I'd be all right with that.
might as well.
So yeah. Kenny said Maverick Series and Super Stocks at Terre Haute Sunday.
I would like to go run Terre Haute just to say I did it.
Right.
Have you ever been up there before?
Yeah.
It's not much of a racetrack to watch at, but
It's
there's
not.
just so much history
Yeah,
there.
right.
You know?
It's flat,
It's flat. Yeah.
big.
They get spread out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all the people that have raced there, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking that
A
used
lot
to
of
be what,
history.
everybody went there before Indy, you know,
Right.
or right after Indy.
Yeah. It's a cool place.
Yeah. It's very
Fast.
It's very neat. It was cool just to be there. We went up there and watched Justin race
Yeah.
crates, and if Zach goes up there, I'll probably go up there and race.
And they used to have summer national races there back in the day. That's when I went over there. to watch
I would
some
think that
national-
we would have to buy some kind of really stupid gear.
Yeah.
I would say you'd have to.
I don't know what it would be because that's a half mile, right?
Some you,
I'll fly.
Yeah.
some you ain't used to. I guarantee you that.
Oh, I'm sure it feels like you're flying down the
Yeah.
straightaway.
Speaking of that, has anybody ever been to Red Hill? Anybody watching ever been to Red Hill? I went to Red Hill for the first time Saturday, and it was a blast. That track, I mean, I've watched, like last year, I watched some video on it on Flow. It just doesn't do it.
Is it a newer track? 'Cause I'd never
They,
heard of it.
it was closed down and it reopened.
Okay.
So
I'd never heard of it until you guys said you were going.
it's a nice facility. I mean, it's big.
So you guys were supposed
fast.
to go somewhere else and then changed your mind last minute. Where were you guys going to?
We were going to go to Lincoln Park, and then he ended up going to Red Hill.
So what's like car counts and stuff over there?
At Red Hill,
Yeah.
They only had B mains in one class, I think.
Have a good field of mods.
They had A mods and B mods.
Oh,
There was 18 A mods. And then I don't remember how many B mods they had.
18's pretty good for
Yeah.
a mod show though.
Yeah.
You know how many
Krupp-
Lincoln Park had?
No. Will Krupp won
Oh,
at
yeah.
Red Hill. Yeah.
Was it a big race or just?
No, just regular. I think it was
Because
1,000 to win regular.
Lincoln Park
show.
was having a big one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
For mods.
Yeah.
Was it the Patriot thing?
No.
No. Don't they have the Patriot 100 there or something? Or Patriot
Yeah.
something? Not 100, obviously.
I can't remember what race it was, but it was a bigger mod race for him.
Red
Trent
Hill.
said, Kenny Clark said, Crown Vic's debut at Red Clay tomorrow. Yep. I think it's going to be, I think they'll put on a good show.
Did they? They didn't have Crown Vics at Bloomington last year, did they? Or am I just missing that?
No, this is the first year.
Okay,
they're running
that's what I
over there.
thought.
Yep.
Have you raced
No, if
up
they
there?
did, we would have went over there. We
You
would
didn't
have
race mini sprints up there?
we would have took the Crown Vic over last year.
Oh, hell yeah, I would have. That'd been awesome. I don't know if it had enough power to get over the bank though.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Well, I would have pushed you up. On
Yeah.
Trent said I've raced there a couple times. Daryl said I've been to Red Hill. It's a cool place. I mean, if I highly recommend going over there to watch a race. It's
How
pretty
did you
cool.
do a food review?
I did cheeseburger review.
Was it good?
Phenomenal.
What else did
The
they have?
burgers were good. They had pulled pork sandwiches, pulled pork nachos, hot dogs, cheeseburgers. You know, just your basic normal concession stand stuff.
I'm not hating on nobody,
Nachos,
but
every-
the racetrack food I've had this year has not been up to par very well.
Red Hill was good. I did
Mine's-
a cheeseburger review.
Florence was good.
Yeah, well, besides Florence.
But
yeah.
Brownstown, my fries at Brownstown were a little cold. That wasn't like cooked all the way.
Right.
Yeah, my tenderloin was kind of soggy.
My cheeseburger was good.
I will say that the cheeseburger at Red Hill got an 8.2. So
8.2.
8.2. So if you watch episode 12 or part 12 of the Racing Grind, I did a cheeseburger review for Red Hill. It was good.
That's like one of my main choices when I'm trying to decide which racetrack to go to. What they got to eat.
Yeah.
It's well, that's typically that's your supper, right? I mean,
Right.
that's where you're going to eat supper at. So you want it to be decent.
And I haven't got to try the Dippin' Dots at Circle City yet. And
I
I'm
didn't
dying
get
for
to
that.
either. Zach said they're super good.
Oh, I love Dippin' Dots.
Zach's in love with the Dippin' Dots at Circle City.
Man.
Well, I had it. So I had cheeseburgers at Circle City, and they were really good. I had a fried bologna and cheese sandwich. It was really, really good at Circle City.
I like fried bologna.
They're good. At
We need to
Circle
pick
City.
a weekend just go up and race one weekend since we're not racing points nowhere.
Yeah.
Just load up and go. They probably Brownstown gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do that one weekend. They race Friday nights every week, or
Yeah, I think so.
I wouldn't mind going up there.
It's not a bad drive up there either because it's right off the
No,
interstate.
About 2 hours.
Yeah, right at
It
it.
wouldn't
Yeah.
But it'd
bad
be
at
good
all.
road.
Up there.
Yeah, I mean, it's once you get to which I mean, you take Scottsburg the whole way.
Maybe meet at your house in Convoy this time.
Ooh, I
No.
don't know about that.
Meet
We'll probably meet in
in
the
town.
Walmart parking lot.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. You go to Payton's house, you're going the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Kenny said they had 24 at Lincoln Park, Ricketts Memorial, Grimmer won. I seen where Derek had won that, but I wasn't sure exactly what race it was.
Where did he
You-
win at?
Huh?
Where did he win at? I'm sorry.
Lincoln Park,
I don't even know where you're at on
Saturday, right here. I'm right here.
that. Oh, huh.
Robbie said, sounds familiar. Track closed down, one going to reopen. As long as they keep reopening, then we're good. Brent says, Brent Lee, are you here? Brent is here, but his hearing aid is dead.
I mean, he's getting the
So-
batteries.
he's getting batteries. That's good.
So that's 24 mods at Lincoln Park for that.
Yeah.
For that. Okay. That's really good.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't
It
think
is.
there'd be. I wonder what that paid to win. Does anybody know what that paid to win?
How many super stocks you think will be at Brownstown this weekend?
I'd
Let's
say
do that. Yeah. Look, you guys want to do that? Let's do it. How many you think?
26.
JT going with 26.
You want to guess on pure stocks too? Because I
Yeah.
got a pretty good number of what's going to be there.
So JT's going with 26.
I'm going 24 super stocks.
Peyton will go 24.
That'd be the most this year.
Yeah. Y'all haven't had over 18
We ain't ran a B main that I
Are
know
we
of.
doing over unders or are we just doing straight up?
straight ups.
Okay, so then Matt's gonna go with 25.
All right.
Way to be original.
Yeah,
All your stickers are falling off.
they are. They get that ain't gonna work. It gets hot in here and they just start falling off.
Moisture bad.
$2,000. It was $2,000 to win over there.
And they got 24. That's pretty good. I think 24 is pretty good.
Yeah, I think Braden's comments pretty accurate for Saturday night at Brownstown.
Which one?
Scroll down one more right there.
Probably around 0 modifieds. Yeah, I'd say you're probably right on that.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Sadly.
gonna guess. 0 mods.
I always liked watching the modifieds when I was a kid. You see them just barely turn that, just
Yeah.
the lifter just hikes up. Man, I think I always thought that was cool.
Think how different they were though when we were
Oh, yeah,
kids.
yeah.
I mean, they had Nerf bars out the
Yeah,
side.
A lot different
Mhm.
than they are now.
There was not these 10-foot tall sail
Yeah.
panels.
No.
I mean, they don't. It's cool to look at the old pictures. I like to go look at the old pictures and see what they used to be. And
Yeah.
super stocks didn't look like they do now either.
Mhm.
They had
Robert-
Camaro noses and stuff.
Robert Rainey finally had a decent run Saturday, didn't he?
That was kind of crappy to say on the air like
What?
that.
No, I'm just saying. He said Brent Lee's a clown.
Oh, Robert's about time he did good. I mean, that wasn't very nice of you.
Oh. Well, I
Wait,
think actually what helped him was he was doing tires for Cole Falloway over at Bloomington on Friday night,
Mhm.
and I think he learned a few things. They got it going in the right direction.
Yeah, he probably should be nicer if we're gonna get some viewers.
Robert Rainey ain't been in here for 2 years, I don't think.
I ain't seen Braden on here for a while either.
No, he ain't. Them guys, they ditched us, I think.
Brent Lee, he stays dedicated. I'm gonna
Brent
give
Lee
him-
is dedicated.
And Chad Reed and
Robbie. And
Robbie. Yeah, we got some guys that are dedicated.
Finley hasn't been watching a lot lately, though. Well, he watches, but he don't comment much.
Yeah, I wonder what's up with that. Come on,
So
Phil.
Robert Rainey's dumping
Yeah, Finley
tires.
looked pretty good up there Saturday.
Yeah, he was moving. I think
Who?
he fell back a little bit.
Finley.
Yeah.
And Ryan, I mean, I'm a big Ryan Woods guy because I love that guy. He's super nice, and he was running so good battling for the lead, and I think he had something go wrong on him again. If the guy called a break, you wouldn't know what to do with it. He'd just pull off anyway.
See, Robert said I've been struggling until Saturday. He ain't wrong.
They bought the
What you doing, bud? Are you going to be on the show or not? Whatever then.
They got a new warrior.
Lieutenant
right?
Bowers is here. Huh?
Is their
Lieutenant
car a
Bowers.
warrior? Or do they got
Warrior. Yep. They ran the Warrior this year. Zach said, I didn't know Robert was even 2 years old. Brentley is a cool dude, but don't ever try to buy tires from him. I guarantee it.
Dang.
I get all my stuff.
Shots fired.
From
You got your oil change and everything. Up there,
Oil
didn't you?
change, tires. Brentley does phenomenal work. Where you been out patrolling the streets?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Pull anybody over.
Yeah.
Did you have a
Crackheads.
busy day?
Yeah, it was a little busy. Not too bad. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Nice.
I feel
Yeah.
like that's what the normal occurrence in Salem is the
Braden
crackheads.
says, is that the cops? Yeah, it's the cops. He's here. They're looking for Stalker. Y'all pick on me. Oh, whatever, Finley. We love you, Finley.
Yeah, just not as much as Ryan.
Yeah. Time to rob the town. I got eyes on one cop.
About
Yeah,
seven.
he's officially off shift for the night, so
There's about 7 more though. So
I guarantee it. I won't leave the house now since he's home.
It's getting ready to be nighttime. That's when all our cops go home, ain't it? Or that they cancel that
that's county.
county. Oh,
Hey, your daughter was on here for the first 30 seconds.
Question.
She was in Zach's spot on the mic.
Do you know? I don't know if anybody on here knows. Dad asked me, does Paragon allow their pure stock or bombers, they call them, to run Hoosier tires?
they're bombers. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah. They run bombers when they come to Brownstown anyway. Or they run
Yeah.
Hoosiers.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, Braden. Shane's taking application for drivers.
But you know, 14 car, the ones won a couple this year. Keaton,
Strevel.
Strevel?
Yeah.
he went up there on street tires, and I think he won. Didn't he?
Really?
That might
I'm
have been
not sure.
Bloomington, but he did. See, that's Spiker. Spiker's Bloomington and
And
Lincoln Park. Which he does a fine job. Me and him didn't get along one time, and
it happens.
you know, but he does a fine job up there.
Levi said yes. So. But anyway, I don't know. There's so many comments. All of a sudden, Robert and Brent and Brady.
We get Rainey and
Yeah.
Watson going at each other, you know.
Yeah. It's
I
like
do
their
want to ask a
Facebook
question.
Yeah.
comments.
How many
Priceburg.
Yeah.
how many restrictions does Braden, or actually, no, I'm not really saying about Braden, but Robert, how many restrictions do you have on Facebook? Just out of curiosity. It's got to be several. I lost the page.
I don't know if them
how
boys
it
are
feels.
joking sometimes or not.
I
but
don't
I'll get
either.
on there and read
I
them.
know.
Yeah.
And Austin Perry, he'll get in on there.
Oh, yeah.
I just
It's
scroll
worth the
through that.
read. That's for sure.
If they're not joking, then it's very interesting.
It is
But if
very
they are
interesting.
joking, it's not quite as intense.
I'm out of here.
Good grief. Hey, thanks for stopping by.
Sorry.
Go out and get you some rest so you can get back on the streets tomorrow.
That's about our poker game tomorrow.
He said, I'm at least one away from a permanent.
Yeah, he told me. Should have gave him a ticket. That's immediate ticket.
So Owen pulled over JT's brother the other day. So that was some late breaking news.
They went to school together.
Yeah. Robert said, I'm at least one away from a permanent ban. So I watched my language now. I knew you had to be close.
Oh,
Had to be.
They can permanently ban you.
Yeah.
You just got to start one under a different name.
Yeah, under a
Just
different
be
alias. Yeah.
Burt Rainey. Just get rid of
Rainey.
get rid of the row.
There you go. All right. So let's see. Make sure we didn't miss any comments. I'm ready to get back.
So Ponderosa already canceled. Did you say?
Ponderosa already canceled. They already put a fork in it for the weekend.
And Florence is the other one. So everybody just ran seconds Jameson up there.
Yep. I'd say Josh Rice probably has something to say. I don't know. I just so that everybody's seen the news that we'll talk about a little bit of national stuff, but everybody's seen the news about Tyler Erb dropping off the Lucas Oil Tour.
I think that's smart
Just
for him. I think that's smart.
I don't know. I just feel like this is just my opinion, but I think you're going to see a lot more of that
I think
throughout
so.
the year because
No.
if I'm running 10th or 12th in points, I'm not going to travel all over the country when I can go race for good money
Oh.
where I want to. You know what I
Right.
mean?
And have better chance.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that 100. Now I think you'll still see at the World and stuff, you're still going to see.
Oh, they'll be there.
Those
Yeah, that's
guys.
what they said, that they were still gonna, hit up the big Lucas events.
Right. That's
I mean, that
that's
type
the
of
way
thing,
racing. I think racing should be. You get one series taking all the good guys,
Right.
You know, it just kind of.
And I don't want to take anything away from anybody, but it's just like when you get guys that start dominating, which is it's part of racing.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. It just to me takes a lot out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I just
Right. And I tell you what, the domination we've seen has not been like it used to be either. For example, okay, Davenport did what 2 or 3 years there where he kicked everybody's butt, and then Ricky had a year last year, Bobby had a year last year, but when I was growing up, Scott Bloomquist had like 15 years,
right.
Yeah.
Earl Pearson Jr. had
Right.
like 15 years.
Now it's more, in my opinion, it's more like 1 or 2 years, right?
Right.
Then somebody else will figure something out.
Ricky is still really good,
Right.
but he's not
Yeah.
what he was last year.
Right.
I mean, everybody's catching up,
Well, he did win both races this weekend.
and I still like Ricky. I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
He gets out and he's won millions of dollars, but he still has emotion.
Yeah. And like I said, I don't want to take anything away from anybody, but Ricky's still a wheel man. Bobby's still a wheel man. Devin Moran's still on top of it.
Right.
Davenport's still showing some speed.
They're all going to take turns
So,
making runs.
Yeah. It's just if you're in Tyler's shoes and you're 10th or 12th in points,
No, that's the right move.
why spend that money?
That's the
And
right
I think that's a lot of the reasons why Hunt the Front, Northern All Stars, Southern Nationals, those type of series are taking off because those guys like the joiners have talked about on their podcast. When you can run within 5 hours from home and you're still running for 10 or 15,000 to win,
Yeah.
why would you travel 2,000 miles? Especially like if you're some of these guys that are based out of Iowa, and then you go all the way to the East Coast like they did this past weekend. I mean,
Right.
that's 17, 18-hour drive for. I mean, if you win, it's 10,000, which is good money.
I would love to see
win, but-
somebody pump some money into Summer Nationals and get it,
back to where it used to be.
just good weekly racing with some of the best.
Yeah,
And then when the best come to this local track, the local guys run with. I like that.
Yeah.
And then maybe if you get that much money going into it, the local guys won't have as good of a shot. I don't know that to be a fact, but now some of the, and I'm not running anybody down either, but sometimes the Summer National gets on some of these tracks now that you're just like,
right.
I mean, they don't know. And it used to do that some too, but they don't have Brownstown on there no more.
Right. Some
One thing,
Nationals used to be
didn't they used to go to Lawrenceburg?
Yeah.
Especially
I know for a fact when it was the old Lawrenceburg before they redid everything.
right.
They were there every year.
And they kind of where they went was kind of close to the next one.
right.
And now it's kind of like they might be in Illinois, run across Indiana to the other side, and then back to Illinois.
yeah.
And I'm like, you guys ain't making it. You're only paying $5,000 to win. Make it make sense for the guy to do it.
Twin Cities and Brownstown were always back to back.
Right. Yeah. And Brownstown started it off when I was in school.
Everybody, and that was cool. Is everybody always stopped from the Dream. They'd go to Brownstown on that Wednesday night or whatever.
We'd pile in there on a Wednesday night and it'd be packed.
Packed.
And there'd be 50 late models.
Yeah.
Shane said we'll have to build you a new removable seat bracket like before. Not enough mud plugs in the pits. It would take a lot of mud plugs to get Braden to fit in something. That's for sure. Ponderosa didn't want to repeat of last time. Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
You're better off
that
to
was a bad
cancel it
deal.
than to
Better
have
off,
a bad
yes.
night.
Exactly. Jason Siller says, I think Florence will cancel. I think Florence will get it in. Florence is one of those tracks that it's going to take a lot for the Kings to cancel down Florence.
When we went to Florence, they didn't water it to prepare for the
Yeah.
rain. So I bet they've done that again.
Yep.
It just depends on how it drains out. And their pits don't get wet because it's a hillside.
Yeah.
They run the mod Summer Nationals. Need to give another class a Summer National deal like street stocks or crates or something. I think if you're going to do that, Robert, I think nothing against the street stocks, but I think crates would be a perfect class for that.
The street stocks there's too many rule
Yeah, there's
differences
not enough
between the three
unity.
states.
Yeah.
But I'd love to see. I would really like to see an Indiana versus Kentucky thing at Florence.
That's Florence.
Yeah.
I've told Tommy East that a couple times. I thought he was going to work on it. I told Grant.
Yep.
Trying to get something out of Grant. That's next to impossible.
That's impossible. But yeah, I would like to see that, Robert, of some kind of other Summer National series besides Supers, where you
a 5,000 to win Crate Summer Nationals.
Yeah.
That was logistically makes sense. Brownstown to Lincoln Park to Bloomington, something that made sense.
Well, yeah, but you could do.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do it short term.
you could do Florence, Brownstown, Paragon, Lincoln Park, Circle City.
You don't need 28 races in 30 days.
No,
Just do 10 races in 15 days.
just do like a crate week or something.
Like
where
an
you run-
Indiana Sprint Week.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
do Indiana Crate Week.
Indiana Crate Week. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'd watch that every night
Yeah.
on Flow or something. Zach
Uh,
followed the Indiana Sprint Week one time and he said he had a blast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I bet that would be cool.
We went to Bloomington. What was that 2 years ago? They ran it over there.
Yeah, I think so.
We had a good time when we went over just to watch.
A lot of people watch that from all over the
Yeah,
country too.
yeah.
And there's guys racing in that from all over the country.
Australia and everywhere.
It was
Yeah.
good racing. Grant says I'm ready for our road trip.
Yeah, I'm glad to see he tuned in. And there's getting a good view there.
Shane said, "How much you want to bet Bloomington cancels tomorrow? A drop of rain, and they call it."
I kind of figured they'd already call it, to be honest
Yeah.
with you.
I will tell you this.
They're definitely getting way more than a drop of rain tomorrow. So yeah, they'll probably cancel.
There was supposed to be a weather forecast, Flag to Flag Media News weather forecast. Rip DeCushion called me and said that he didn't have all of his weather data together, so he kind of dropped the ball. I mean, he's got one good outing at Thunder Valley with some recap stuff there, which was nice of him, but he didn't have all his weather data together so maybe next week we'll have. Rip said he could hopefully have everything ready by next week, so we'll see.
I like him.
Yeah, we got a lot of things planned with old Rip. He come on board. I'm telling you, it's going to take Flag to Flag Media News to the next level. I hope not. I want to race.
Bloomington's just not one of those racetracks that can take a lot of water because
No.
you got to pull up onto it,
Yeah.
and then that clay sticks to you bad.
You think Brownstown will rain out? I think Brownstown will get in Saturday. From the weather that I watched earlier, I think Brownstown will get in.
I'm really hoping so. I think we really got mine close for this.
I
race.
think it'll be Friday. Friday is going. This is here. I'll just go ahead and throw my forecast out there. Friday's going to rain out. The rain's going to quit late Friday night, and then there'll be enough time, sun-wise, whatever, on Saturday to get Saturday racing.
All right, you know, all 3 Flag to Flag cars are going to be there Saturday.
I know.
Are you going to go?
I'll be there. 100%.
That's what I like to hear out of you.
I'll be there 100%.
I'm excited to race with Zach.
And I'll be honest with you, I like the Scott Patman. I've always liked that
Oh, I
race.
think it's awesome.
I've said that the super stocks are one of the toughest classes around here as far as competition from 1 through 15. I'm not saying, like I said, not taking anything away because the crate class is good. Pure stocks,
Pure stock class is
they've been
a whole
tough.
different animal
Yes.
Yeah.
than what it has been.
It's
Yes.
booming right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
there have been what 4 or 5 pure stock races this year, and there's been 25 to 30 cars every night.
Yeah.
And like 10 of them are really good.
Yeah.
At least
And,
10.
and the thing about it is, I mean, obviously Josh Turner's won a bunch of them, but if you actually watch the races on Dirt to Media, or if you're there live or whatever, that's not a race that's decided. You know, Josh doesn't lead 1 through 20. Like
No.
it's,
Yeah.
you know,
Mickey
there's-
Hines should have won twice.
yeah, he
And
should have won twice.
Hunter Perry caught a couple bad breaks.
And AJ Wilson.
AJ Wilson, Preston Carr had
Preston,
one
I mean,
and brake
yeah.
rotor came apart.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's a tough class too.
Yeah, I can't believe what it's become and what some of them cars, they've got them twisting so much to get forward traction.
Right.
I mean, you used to see it on
Mhm.
the out west stuff, how they twist them cars, and now they're starting to do that around here just to try to get an advantage.
Yeah.
And boy, do they have drive, but they do not turn.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They do not turn worth a darn. But I swear Keaton Strevel had his left front over top of a U tire. I swear he could have lifted it
skim
and
right over
carried it
top of it.
top of it. And it would make for the most awesome picture.
Oh yeah. Grant said I just got done laying on the floor at the house, so tuning in late. What are you laying on the floor for?
Oh, he said his roof collapsed in on his. I don't know why I'd be laying that because that doesn't make sense, I guess. He said his roof collapsed. I was like, Grant, I don't think you can live in it if the roof collapsed. So I don't really know what he's got going on.
I was making the joke there by him saying he was laying on the floor, but he said he's like, what does your roof falling in have to do with laying floor?
You know what he told me?
That's opposite ends of the house.
Biggest super stock race here, and he's not going to go.
Are you not going?
Nope.
What in the
Wow.
world?
I was hoping maybe Kenny would drive it, but I haven't heard
What in
that.
the world?
Be cool to confirm that on here, Grant.
Yeah, Robbie, I think hopefully they get that done. I think they will. I think there'll be enough support there to get it done. Josh Wood says, I hope
Is
so.
that gonna be at Brownstown?
Yeah. Last week, Brownstown track was awesome. I've said it. I mean, there was a lot of flack on Brownstown the last couple of weeks, but here's the thing. We moan and groan and complain because they don't run, right?
Right.
And then he's ran more races from the icebreaker to now than he has in years. Yeah, the track's been rough, but the weather ain't been cooperative, all that stuff. But then we race, and then everybody's like, well, the track's rough, and it's so dumb. I mean, what do you want, right? I mean, I would much rather, which I'm not paying for the equipment. I get that. But obviously, too, you can, there's a lot of other tracks running, right? I guess is what I'm getting at. If you don't want to run there, then obviously you can go somewhere else to run. But he's giving people a place to run. So
it has been rough.
Yes.
It wasn't no better last week. But as a fan, when we watched it that night, the rough track has made it way more racing.
Every track.
I don't know. I'm trying to decide whether or not I like it. I was sore after bouncing through the ruts last week, but then I got on TV and watched it. And the Pure Shock race was good. The Super Stock. Tucker and Trey had a good battle for the win.
As a fan, if a track has character, it's always been 10 times better race.
Right. I mean, it's a little rougher on stuff, but I've not seen this much passing at Brownstown in a long time.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it has to do with it having some character to it.
Yeah.
Robert, I agree with you 100%, bud. Keaton Strevel is a will man. He races in different classes and he's always competitive.
Yeah, I wasn't running him down. I think that, like I said,
we just need that picture.
I can't believe that he can get it to turn because he sets it so early and then it just drives off.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But yeah, he's won a lot of races that I've been around him, you know. He's always been nice to me.
He said priorities, boys. Lots to do before the wedding next weekend.
Ask us how our golf scramble went.
Yeah, how'd your golf scramble go?
He was third. What was third?
Yeah, we tied for third.
Tied for third. My first ever
Really?
one. Of course, they don't keep track of my points because I was the worst on the team. But Peyton's really good.
The worst on the team?
Well, Josh wasn't very good. And Zach wasn't really so there was Peyton and then there was like the rest of it.
It sounds to me like you carried a lot of weight.
I did.
He's really good.
Wow.
When he drives it, it goes straight. Now I did beat him once in a drive. They took my ball over his.
Yeah.
Not a big deal. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I had a good time. I had a headache the whole time and still had a good time.
Yeah.
But I'd love to just go. I'd like to get a little better.
Yeah.
So I just need to buy some golf balls and hit them out in the field.
It's practice. You got that whole cattle pasture out there.
It would take a lot of practice to be as good as Peyton is.
You think so?
I'm telling. Have you never seen him?
Mm-mm.
He's really good. Zach's not very good.
I can see that though.
Yeah, Zach's better at softball. I told them I'd be better if they'd let me bring a softball bat and throw the golf ball up
and hit it,
drive it out.
There you go. What's going on, Schreier? It was nice to see late malls have a heck of a race. 1G and Stapleton on the cushion was exciting. It's definitely. I mean, if you're at Brownstown, I mean, I know the supers ain't what they used to be, but
did you watch it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's killer, dude.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Killer. It was good to see Chad win one.
Yeah, he needed it.
He
needed
that off his back.
Yeah.
I don't know did you see what happened to Gilpin in the heat race?
No, I didn't see the.
So Jared kind of went to throw a slider, but it wasn't going to clear. But he never hit him. But Gilpin turned it over the bank to make sure he didn't get hit.
Right.
So I don't know if them two worked it out or not, but I know Gilpin wasn't very happy with him. And
that's the other thing too with rough racetracks too. It causes.
That was the only chance Jared had to pass him. And
it was take it or leave it kind of situation.
Yeah, and even then, I don't think he would have held him off.
Right.
So I don't know that it was the best move, but it made it
exciting
fun to watch for us.
Yeah, made it exciting.
And it made for a really good feature because that put Gilpin deep.
Zach has been talking about sloppy joes all week.
Yeah.
They were pretty good sloppy joes.
Did you have a little golf scramble?
Sloppy joes and hot dogs.
Heck yeah.
Zach had sloppy wieners.
Sloppy wieners?
Yeah.
I can see that.
He was eating them in one bite. Never seen nothing like it before.
Really?
Yeah. Very talented. He just slid that whole thing in there.
Who else does that?
My buddy Kelton. He did corn dogs like that.
What episode was that? That was like episode 5 or 10 or whatever.
I did that at his wedding.
It was like 2 years ago.
I was his best man. I did that at a speech. I said, I told the corn dog story, and then I said, we're all sitting there, all of us groomsmen. I say, so Kelton, this one's for you. And I hold up my corn dog, and all the groomsmen pull out a corn dog, and we all eat a corn dog together.
That's awesome.
I had a good time that night. Yeah.
I'm just glad Zach got my rangefinder out of your truck. Rangefinders are expensive. You can't be losing range.
You know, we had that range. I wasn't even sure what it was when you pulled it out. Like, you're videotaping this. I was like, this is going to be embarrassing as heck, anyways. But this is telling him how far the hole is. But nobody ever used that. Peyton didn't need that. He could do it blindfolded.
Yeah, Josh was like, "Oh, 180 to the pin." I'm like, "All right."
Hold that beer. Watch it.
I don't know what club to use. I'm just gonna hit one on the green.
And he did every time.
Hold my beer. Watch this 180.
That's right.
They didn't drink as much beer as I thought they would.
Did it not?
I was a DD, but everybody stayed pretty. Josh had some, but everybody else stayed pretty under control. Josh was leaning over at my truck, trying to pick up something off the ground. I thought he was going to headbutt the car beside us.
Anthony said grilled cheese sloppy joes. That sounds good.
That does
I never
sound
had
good.
one, but it does sound good.
I bet that's real good.
Hope Meg's watching this.
Do you guys get snaps from Anthony Finley every morning?
Yes, he's always
cooking
bacon,
and eggs, or bacon and something.
But, you know,
He's a cook.
We camped right beside him at Fun Fest. Not one time did he make breakfast.
Yeah, he slept in his truck till 11 o'clock.
Did he?
Oh yeah.
You guys, you owe us some grilled cheese sloppy joes, Finley.
Fun Fest 2024. Grilled cheese sloppy joes at Finley's camp.
So, a little bit of racing conversation. So, what you guys aren't running for points. So, do we have any plans other than Fairbury? Do we have any plans for this year?
So, Thunder Valley, obviously, when Thunder Valley opens, that's where me and Peyton will be.
I will tell you,
I'm not going to speak for you.
No. But I talked to Peyton today on the phone. I don't know how much information you know yet, but so the grandstand, for anybody who wants some Thunder Valley information, some of this stuff is repetitive, but it's just confirmation of what's going on. The company that is putting in the bleachers is moving at Mach 90 speed. Ryan told me on the phone today that he was not anticipating the bleachers to get done as fast as they are. So Ryan, in his exact words, pardon my French, said that he has to get his ass in gear. So with that being said, I think that we are going to see racing at Thunder Valley sooner than we expected. With that being said, I'm gonna say this for Ryan, and I hope he's okay with it, but I'm just going to throw it out there because I'm a huge supporter of Thunder Valley. I'm glad that Ryan got the track. I'm glad to see it reopening because Flag to Flag is going to be spending a lot of time at Thunder Valley doing some content, all that stuff. But as far as there's going to be a lot of questions, and I know it's going to be hard to just have a driver's meeting and throw it all out there, but
I think we should get him on again when it gets closer.
And I think it's going to be the plan because as far as payouts, as far as what's on the schedule, 2024 is still a reopening season, right? I mean, he can't sit there and say X amount will be paid out and then just two cars show up.
Right.
So in order to make this work, but drivers have to get together and you got to get to the track because the more cars that he has, Ryan's whole intentions on this Thunder Valley deal is to give back to the racers. This is not a business model for him to just put a bunch of money in his pocket. That's not who Ryan is. That's not how he operates.
But he's not here to lose money either.
But he's not here to lose money. So he's not, if you got two cars show up, guess what?
Plus,
like I said, I want to
plus you brought 50 people in the grandstands.
Yeah, you're probably not going to be back next week or the following year or whatever. I'm just saying. But I did want to throw that out there. But because it's and like when we talked today, it's like I know stuff's not going to go right the first 2 or 3 nights.
Oh yeah,
you got to understand that. Yeah. So
yeah, don't expect it to be Fairbury or Brownstown.
Yeah,
when you show up first night.
Right,
it's not going to be.
But it's another place to race on Friday nights. There's going to be some Friday nights and Saturday night shows. He said so,
and they're going to keep. What I really liked about what they said is they're going to keep grandstand admissions down.
Yep.
You know, when I was growing up there, $8 to $10 was a normal night.
Yeah.
You could afford to go to the racetrack. You could afford the concession stand because they'd have like $2 or $3 hot dogs.
I don't know how all that logistics work, and that's fine. I don't care. But to me, if you keep grandstand admissions down, this is my logic, more people are going to show up. In turn, you're going to spend more money at the concession stand.
Right.
but more people get to enjoy the races.
Yeah.
The flip side of that is if you stay on top of your show, like when we went to Red Hill Saturday, I mean, you ain't line up sheep, you ain't racing. I mean, if you're running 5 classes a night and just if there is no B mains and you're the first class out, you've got 4 classes to get your stuff ready for the feature.
Right.
So it shouldn't take 20 or 30 minutes between each class to do the heat races and all that stuff.
Mhm.
And what I liked about them, which, Thunder Valley is obviously a little bit smaller, but you come out, line up, shooting turn 4, and when you come back around, it's green flag.
Yeah.
There ain't 16 caution laps and all that stuff. So
And the thing that Thunder Valley and Brownstown, I guess, in this scenario too, have going for them too. That what else you gonna do
Yeah.
in that town
right,
on a Friday or Saturday night? You ain't gonna go to the mall.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna go bowling. You ain't gonna
Right.
go skating. You have nothing unless you want to drive 30 minutes somewhere, 45 minutes somewhere.
Yeah.
If you want to stay in town, that's the place to be.
Yeah.
And that back when I was growing up, that was less too. We didn't drive a long way growing up to
Yeah.
go bowling and stuff. That was a very special thing if we went bowling
right,
because you had to drive Scottsburg somewhere. So we went to the racetrack.
right.
So hopefully that comes back to the way it used to be. But yeah, that's where me and Peyton will be at. And I'm planning on going to Farmer City and
Fairbury.
Fairbury. And then like I said, well, I haven't got to race at Circle City. Peyton got to
Yeah.
do it.
Definitely need to go up there.
I don't think
Check it
Zach's
out.
got to race there yet either, to my
I don't think
knowledge.
Zach, no.
I don't think he did.
But
I
I
used to take his crate up there.
basically what it comes down to is I got a group of buddies, Chris, Zach, Peyton, Uncle Bud, Grant, we
Right.
all park together every week. I want to hang out with those guys.
Right.
So unless we can all go, then I probably won't go.
Right. Yeah.
It's just fun. It's more fun when our group gets together and
Oh, yeah.
races together.
That's what you guys do on the weekend.
It's a freaking, and the girls have fun because they're with their friends.
right.
Jess, I felt like Jess was out of place last week because all her buddies was going.
They weren't there.
Yeah. I mean,
It
she didn't
happens.
complain or nothing, but
Yeah.
what I'm sure she'd rather her
Right.
buddies been there.
She did forget to tighten the bolts up on the power steering pump.
After I
You took
called
care of
her,
that though, didn't you?
I sure did. I tightened them up this time.
she'd been hanging out with Allie too much.
Yeah.
Anthony said, "I'm an old man, got to sleep in." I hate to say it, but late model is hard to deal to race there. Crates are hard to race there because we don't have enough motor to blow it off.
Right. That super show
Super
they
race,
had
badass
though, that
photo.
Mars race was one of the better late model races I'd been to in a while.
Right.
And I'm not saying Thunder Valley will be that quality every race, but when the track was like that, that was a good
Yeah.
show.
I think a lot of it too, Robert. I don't want to speak for people that's ran it before or future people that run it, but I mean, it could also be a track prep thing too. I mean, if crates are coming, prep it a little bit different or have a different class there.
Right.
That if you could run some sprint cars, bigger sprint cars there with the
Yeah.
late models to help blow it off. I mean, yeah,
Yeah. You got to have a big tire car to get it.
to
Yeah.
get it blown off.
Yeah. With some motor to it.
What's going on, David? Thanks for tuning in. What's going on, Chad? Or Chad's already been here. I'll be at Thunder Valley. I think Thunder Valley is going to be a hot spot.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
I
And
used-
they were getting good car counts.
Yeah, oh, yeah. And I think
Mhm.
they'll get good car counts.
I think so. I think there's a lot of guys within a 45-minute radius
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that aren't that close to Bloomington that won the race
They'll be there.
on a Friday night.
Oh, you're all right, Kenny. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Appreciate it. That's not. Why is it always not? It never clicks on the right one. Here's one I wanted to. I think this is in reference to Peyton's comment about not tightening the bolts.
They fell out. I mean, they obviously wasn't tight. And I remember specifically telling her,
Yeah.
make sure those reservoir bolts are tight.
No.
Yeah, and didn't.
And then she didn't even draw for me like she had been. And then she goes and draws Peyton like a 1 or something, probably.
31.
The last comment.
Oh,
That's Ryan. I don't know, bud, but that's the word on the street. That is the word that I've heard.
rumor going around.
It is a rumor going around. And I know we talked about this when you was trying to get information out of me on who was opening it up. I did say whoever was opening it up was offering steaks and baked potatoes on the menu. So I don't know. Hopefully that's still in place. Go for a big steak and baked potato.
That
Zach-
sounds good to me.
Zach says, should we even read that? Or should we just
MVP. I've watched him play. That team must be awful.
awful? I heard Dustin Roller's the flagman national anthem singer.
Oh, I
you
hope
don't
he
want
does.
that.
I hope
you
he
don't want
does.
that.
Grant's running his mouth too. You know what? I have beat the Sassers every now and then.
Yeah, Grant.
It just ain't a common thing.
Right.
Every now and then they'll slip up or a tire will go flat or something. Like he's got any room to talk. Like,
It's Grant.
yeah,
It's
get
Grant.
back in the B main. Leave us alone.
Wow. You said I was hard on Robert earlier. Jeez. What's going on, Aaron? Thanks for tuning in. So just a recap of tonight, we got Scott Patman coming up this weekend with crates, pure stocks, Hornets, Crown Vics, Lucas Oil's at Florence for the Ralph Latham 15,000 win, 38th annual.
How much did you say it was?
15,000.
Oh, I thought you said 50. I was like, dang.
Paragon is running the Chuck Amati 68
So I separated at that time. Not the Chuck Amati.
Sounded right.
with 410 sprints, super stocks, bombers, and mods. Circle City is running the Kenyan midgets, steel block sprints, mods, super stocks, and Hornets. JT has guessed 26 super stocks at Brownstown on Saturday night. Peyton's guessed 24, so I went in the middle and I went with 25.
It'll be a good show if there's 10 show up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I mean, that's just an iconic race. But
Yes.
I think, 25 to 30 cars is where we'll be at.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Seat just opened up for some races in the 98 car.
That's not a GSR car. That's a KSR car. So
That's true.
He
Kenny's got
needs
the
to-
final word in that.
he needs to pump the brakes a little bit.
Yeah. Know your role, Grant. So yeah. You guys got anything else?
I think that's it. I think we covered
I
it
think
pretty
good
good.
show.
Yeah.
Come watch us at the Brownstown Saturday if you ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
All the
I
full
will-
flag to flag team will be there.
I will say that I got my sponsors on. I did put them on the preview show or whatever you want to call it, the opener, and then they're also scrolling on the screen. So it's hard to. I got 20 sponsors that I'm very, very thankful for. So
Very blessed.
very, very blessed.
Oh, she's right though. We didn't say congrats to Ryan Thomas.
Yes, I'm
On
sorry
that.
about that, Christy. Ryan Thomas did win the Dirt Track World Championship portion of the modified feature.
That's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
A diamond car built within 30 minutes of the house. Kind of neat.
Telling you, I think it is
10 grand, I think, is what it paid.
Yeah, 10
It
grand.
was a big chunk.
Yeah.
Good for him.
I don't know. I just think it's cool that
Well earned.
that Ryan and Diaz right there in Brownstown, the heart of dirt racing around here. I think it's just cool.
Somebody wants a flag to flag sticker. They're desperate for stickers.
I'm racing at Brownstown this weekend. I need a flag to flag sticker to put on my car. How do I go about getting one?
Is
I will
here-
have them with me.
Is he related to Ryan?
Yes.
There's a bunch.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them Woods boys.
I don't know how they're related, but I'm pretty positive.
Well, Ryan said
they
you're
park
not-
right next to each other, so I'd say they're
Oh,
Ryan
yeah,
said you're not
yeah.
fast enough for one. So
What's he drive?
Crown Vic, a red one.
A red one?
Yeah, I don't know his number.
That one drives a pure Bobby.
Bobby, that is, I don't know.
I think it's his cousin.
my brother.
Maybe.
But Bubba Woods is that's the one I remember. That's
Yeah.
Ryan's uncle. And Bubba used to be
Used
the
to
guy to
dominate the
beat.
bomber class.
Oh yeah, him and Aaron Fields, man.
Yeah.
Cool story.
Yeah, I'll get you one, Josh. Just holler at me at the track. If you see me, flag me down.
They're brothers. Okay.
Sometimes I don't.
Poor Josh.
Yeah. That's all I got for
It's like
tonight. I'm excited.
Terry and Bobby LeBon. He needs to pay his car like Terry Labonte's.
Bobby's their brother too.
There's three. They're all brothers.
I guess
Well,
so.
Ryan said.
Golly. Is there any more Evians?
Sounds like it.
Type fast, Ryan. Let's go.
I'll hit Ryan and Bobby is my brother. Bubba is my uncle.
Bubba's their uncle. I
Yeah.
was pretty sure that was Ryan's uncle. No, just three of them.
Yeah.
If you guys
That's
are
good.
anything like Ryan, that's plenty.
Yes, that is plenty. All right. Thanks everybody for watching. Make sure you get out and support your local track this weekend, weather pending. It doesn't really matter because now, I mean, temperature wise, it's starting to get nice. It's starting to get race season weather. I think it's supposed to be almost 80 tomorrow or Saturday at Brownstown. So
Mm.
Oh, that's perfect.
yeah, it's gonna be perfect. So
Hopefully, we can get some rid of some of these freaking. You guys got little bugs
Dude, they're,
They're
terrible in
terrible.
my backyard.
they're
in your
yeah, it's
eyes.
horrible.
I
in
let
your
the dog
ears.
out there at night, and I'm like, what in the hell is
They're
going
everywhere.
It's awful.
My mother-in-law came walking up the driveway the other day. She had like a whole swarm of gnats flying around her head.
Right.
I said, "You need to take a shower.
With the water hose spraying her down.
Spray her down with some soap and everything else." So, anyway, we'll see y'all next Thursday night. We'll see y'all when the next flag flies.
Made that awkward.
on? Yeah, a little bit.
That was kind of awkward, wasn't it?
Yeah.